Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Samad Marizal and my name is 459. I'm from group number 5 and here I will presentation about the environment and corporate culture. For the first time I will tell you about the external environment. The external environment is everything outside an organization that might affect it. An organization external environment consists of two layers. The first is the general environment, refers to those non-specific dimensions and first in an organization surroundings that might affect its activities. It includes economic, technological, socio-cultural, political, legal, and international force. Okay, the international dimension of the external environment represent events organizing in foreign countries as well as opportunities US companies in other countries. And the technological dimensions, the dimension of the general environment that includes scientific and technological advancement in the industry and society at large. And social cultural dimension, the dimension of the general environment representing that demographic characteristic, norms, custom and values of the population within which the organization cooperates. An economic dimension, the dimension of the general environment representing the overall economic health of the country or region in which the organization operates. And the last, legal political dimension, the dimension of the general environment that includes federal, state, and political activities designed to influence company behavior. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Hafiz and my student number 471. I am here to talk about what are environmental taxes. According to the OECD, an environmental tax is a tax whose tax base is a physical unit or a proxy of it that has a proven specific negative impact on the environment. Four subsets of environmental taxes are distinguished is energy taxes, transport taxes, pollution taxes, and resources taxes. Environmental taxes are kind of economic instruments to address environmental problems. They are designed to internalize environmental costs and provide economic incentive for people and business to promote ecologically sustainable activities. Carbon taxes are a kind of environmental taxes. Why do we need environmental taxes? Because environmental taxes provides incentives to lessen environmental burden and preserve the environment. By internalizing the environmental costs, for example, activities that burden the environment will be taxes, whereas activities that contribute to the preservation of the environment will get tax break. Environmental taxes provide incentive for business and individuals to integrate environmental concerns into economic activities and minimize negative environmental impacts.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Richa Dwi Indayanti. My study number 2018-403. Here I will explain about the organization environment relationship. Organization care so much about factors in the external environment because the environment creates uncertainty for organization managers and they must respond by designing designing the organization to adapt to the environment. Organization must manage environmental uncertainty to be effective. Uncertainty means that managers do not have sufficient information about environmental factors to understand and predict environmental needs and change. When external factors change rapidly, the organization experience high uncertainty. Example, computer and electronic companies. And when an organization deals with only a few and when a few external factors and these factors are relatively stable and low uncertainty. Adapting to the environment. If an organization faces increased uncertainty with respect to competitors, customers, suppliers, or government regulations, managers can use several strategies to adapt to these changes, including there are 3 boundary spanning rules, inter-organizational partnership, and merger or joint ventures. The first boundary spanning rules to test reactions and assess whether products meet local needs. Boundary spanning rules is an increasingly important task in organization because environmental shift can happen so quickly in today's world. Managers need good information about their competitors, customers, and other elements of the environment to make good decisions. Thus, the most successful companies involve everyone in boundary spanning activities. The secondly, inter-organizational partnership, an increasingly popular strategy for adapting to the environment is to reduce boundaries and increase collaboration with other organizations. Companies are joining together to become more effective and to share research. Example, Sony, Toshiba, and Battery Royofec. Managers in partnering organizations are also shifting from an adversarial orientation, the opposite, until now has the same orientation. Example from competition orientation that are suspicion competition, arm length, and after the partner orientation to be trust value added to both sides. Managers work to reduce costs and add value to both sides rather than trying to get all the benefits for their own company. The new model is also characterized by a high level of information sharing, including a business link for automatic ordering, payments, and other transactions. Last one, mergers and joint ventures. Merger and joint ventures. A step-by-step strategic partnership is for companies to become involved in mergers or joint ventures to reduce environmental uncertainty. A merger occurs when 2 or more organizations combine to become one. For example, become one. For example, Wales forgo merge with Norway's corporation to form the nation's fourth largest banking corporation. A joint venture involves a strategic alliance or program by two or more organizations. A joint venture typically occurs when a project is too complex, expensive, or uncertain for one firm to handle alone.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Bella May Clarissa. My student number is 2018210350. I'm going to explain about the internal environment, corporate culture. The internal environment within which managers work includes corporate culture, production technology, organization structure, and physical facilities. Of this, corporate culture surfaces as extremely important to competitive advantage. The internal culture must fit the needs of the external environment and company strategy. For the purpose of this chapter, we define culture as the set of key values, beliefs, understandings, and norms shared by members of an organization. The fundamental values that characterize an organization's culture can be understood through the visible manifestations of symbols, stories, heroes, slogans, and ceremonies. I'm gonna explain about symbols and stories. First, symbol. A symbol is an object, act, or event that conveys meaning to others. Stories. A story is a narrative based on true events and is repeated frequently and shared among organizational employees.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Karina Duyandayanti. The student number is 2018-389. I will present about heroes. A hero is figure who exemplifies the deed, character, and attribute of a strong culture. Heroes are role model for employees to follow. At 3M corporate top manager keep alive the image for heroes with development project that will killed by top management. One hero was a vice president who was very early in his career for presenting with a new product. And the next, slogan. A slogan is a phrase or stance that sensibly express a key corporate value. Many companies use a slogan or saying to corporate convey special meaning to employer. The Ritz-Carlton adopt the slogan. Ladies and gentlemen taking care, or ladies and gentlemen. They demonstrate its cultural commitment to take care of both employees and customer. Ceremonies. A ceremony is a planned activity at a special event that is conducted for the benefit of an audience. Manager hold ceremonies to produce dramatic example of company value. Ceremonies are special occasions that reinforce value accomplishment create a bond among people by allowing them to share an important event and anoint and celebrate heroes. And the last, environment and culture. A big influence on internal corporate culture is the external environment culture. Can vary widely across organizations. Whoever organization with the same industry often refer similar culture characteristic.
Hello, my name is Husam Firdaus Fahi. My name is 421. Here I will explain what adaptive culture is. Adaptive culture is one of the cultural attributes that ensures the survival of human society. Is the nature of its adaptation. In ancient times, primitive humans had to obtain natural resources such as food, water, firewood, animal skin, and so on to survive. The types of cultural adaptability culture is very important to facilitate the processes carried out in the company against various environmental changes that occur, and two, achievement culture, results-oriented culture that values competitiveness, personal initiative, and achievement. And three, involvement culture, culture that places high value on meeting the needs of employees and values cooperation and equality. Shaping corporate culture for innovative response. Research conducted by an Stanford University professor indicates that the one factor that increases and companies follow the most is people and how they are treated. In addition, surveys found that CEO city organization culture as their most important mechanism for attracting and motivating and retaining talented employees. Capability they consider the single best predictor of overall organization excellence. In a survey of connotation, senior executive fully 82% believe a direct correlation exists between culture and financial performance. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for opportunity. I will presentation for managing the high performance culture. Combining culture and performance. A. If attention to values low and attention to business performance low is might be going out of business. Let emphasis on results or values. B. If attention to values high and attention to business performance low is strong culture is good for morale. But can manager afford to keep it up business results? C. If attention to values low and attention to business performance high is good for short-term bottom line, but is it sustainable? D. If attention to value high and attention to business performance high is put bottom line result and inspiration. Sustainable success via a high performance culture. Second presentation for cultural leadership. The cultural leader articulates a vision for the organizational cultural that employees can believe in. The leader defines and communicates central values that employees believe in and will rally around. Values are tied to a clear and compelling mission or care purpose. Second, the cultural leader leads the day-to-day activities that reinforce the cultural vision. The leader makes sure that work procedures and reward systems match and reinforce the values Actions speak louder than words. So, cultural leaders is the end presentation for me. Thank you, the listener.